Have you ever finished a run, looked at your watch and thought, meh? You did the run, ticked the box, achieved the pace, distance or heart rate target, but the excitement just isn't there anymore. The spark you used to feel for running or that particular goal has faded. This is probably one of the most common things I hear from experienced runners. I'm still running each week, but I don't feel connected to it anymore. Let's unpack this, why it happens, and how to fix it. If you're new around here, hello, my name is Gillian, your host of Your Running Coach with GMacSpurr. I'm a running mindset strategist and creator of the Runner Identity Project. I work with runners who know how to train but find that their mindset, their beliefs, stories, and internal alignment is what determines whether they thrive or plateau. Today we're exploring what happens when your why fades, why it's normal, and how to rediscover it so your running becomes energizing, not a to-do. Okay, let's start with mindset shift number 1. Your why evolves. From a psychological perspective, motivation is not static. Research in sports psychology shows that intrinsic motivation, the internal drive to engage in activity for its own sake, is far more sustainable than extrinsic goals like medals or times. But intrinsic motivation shifts with life stages, stress levels, and identity. Your original reason for running might have been to lose weight or achieve a new goal or cope with stress or manage energy. And that was perfect for that time, but life changes. Your work, family, health, energy, and priorities evolve. Naturally, so does your purpose behind the mileage. The mistake many runners make is expecting the same why to fuel them forever. When it no longer inspires you, it's easy to feel like something's wrong, like you've lost motivation or that you're failing. But this is actually a sign of growth and self-awareness. It's an opportunity to recalibrate your purpose. Mindset shift number 2, performance versus identity. The second shift is understanding when performance becomes identity. Many runners tie their self-worth to outcomes, so pace, distance, splits, rank. Sports psychology research shows that outcome-based identity increases stress, anxiety, and burnout. In contrast, identity-based frameworks, for example, I am the kind of person who runs consistently, adapts, and shows up for myself. This fosters resilience, intrinsic motivation, and longevity in sport. If your only reason to run is to get faster, go further, or keep up with someone else, you're always chasing rather than connecting. Performance goals are great, but they should sit inside your identity, not define it. When running aligns with your identity, each session has meaning, regardless of pace or distance. You claim autonomy and agency, 2 key predictors of long-term motivation. Mindset shift number 3. Purpose is energy. The third shift is remembering that purpose is energy. Running isn't just a physical act. It's a cognitive, emotional, executive function practice. When your running has meaning, it fuels your clarity, focus, leadership capability, not just your legs. This is essentially true when balancing demanding careers and a busy life. Purpose transforms running from a chore into a regenerative practice. When that connection fades, running starts to feel like a have to do, a should do, a need to do. And when running feels like this, your mind and body both respond with resistance, which is why you notice fatigue, burnout, or lack of excitement. Reconnecting with your why turns running into a sustainable energy source. After crossing the finish line of my first marathon, I felt nothing. No excitement, no pride, no sense of achievement. I was empty and I didn't know why. It took me quite a number of weeks to recognize that performance had replaced joy. I had let external outcomes define my identity as a runner. And once I consciously reframed running as my headspace, my daily leadership practice, and my time to connect with myself, the spark returned. And with it, energy for both training and life. If you're new around here, each podcast episode, I give you some journal prompts to dive a little deeper into the topic that we discuss. So go grab a pen and paper or use the notes app on your phone. I've got four prompts for you today. Maybe 5. Actually, yeah, let's do 5. Okay, you ready? Okay, let's reconnect with your intrinsic motivation. Ask yourself, why did I start running? And what aspects of that still energizes me today? Now, we're just being curious here. There's no judgment. It's just recognizing the why and what you're connected with today. Second one, we're going to use it to evaluate your identity alignment. So ask yourself, how has my why evolved with this stage of life, career, personal growth? How has my why evolved? Now, this can be a wide question. This can be used for your running, but life, career, personal growth. But just explore how it's evolved. Okay, the third one, we're going to focus on noticing energy, not just outcomes. So when do I feel most alive or focused during or after a run? Redefining success through meaning. If I could define running for myself right now, beyond times and distances, what would it mean? And yeah, let's throw in an extra one. Let's identify micro choices that restore spark. So what small adjustments could bring joy and alignment back into my running? Now, this can be from picking a new running playlist, which, FYI, I have a banger of a one. Go check out the show notes for the link. It could be that you're being more intentional with what you're wearing, that you coordinate it or wear a t-shirt from a race that you absolutely adored. And what can you do to bring joy, excitement back into your running? And if you're craving clarity on what your running really means, that's exactly what we explore inside the Runner Identity Project. I help runners look beyond times and distances to create alignment between training, mindset, and identity. So your running becomes the thing that fuels you, grounds you, and recharges your sense of purpose. Your why isn't lost. It's just waiting for you to reconnect, recalibrate, and reclaim it. The link is in the show notes, or feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at GMacSpurr Coaching if you want to have a wee chat about it. Thanks for listening. Bye for now. See you next week. Happy running.